Welcome to All About the Experiences. Today marks our 38th episode and 38 opportunities to make an impactful difference in the lives of every viewer and every listener. Each person that has blessed this podcast has not only shared their journey, but a part of their lives, and just to inspire and to motivate. Today's guest is the epitome of motivation. Not only is she beautiful, intelligent, powerful, inspiring, tenacious, and resilient, just to give you a few of the adjectives that describe her, she is a passionate kickboxer, excited about life, an animal lover, a businesswoman, and a loyal friend. Francesca Petrolo wears many hats and is committed to helping others. Francesca hails from Rome, Italy, and she is a personal trainer and life coach. Sport and fitness have always been a strong point in her life. She has been in the fitness industry for more than 20 years, and that says a lot. And she barely looks like she's even 20 years old. Let me say that. Coaching and helping people overcome their physical and mental barriers, preventing them from achieving their own personal goals, and discovering their potential is what she sets forth to do for all. She is also a business owner, and I'm all about women owning businesses. She is the CEO of FPT Brand and Sports Apparel Company. So without further ado and delay, I welcome Francesca to All About the Experiences Living Without Limits podcast. Welcome, Francesca, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. Hi.
This is an absolute pleasure. I always love to tell people how I have a connection with the guests that are on the podcast. And I first met Francesca I believe it was last October, and it was during the ABCU Foundation's main event, which let me tell you, she had on this fabulous red dress and was owning the night and just so inspiring even then. And as you come to hear more of her story, you'll understand where I'm going with this. But I was there because my company, Palomar Specialty Insurance, is a corporate sponsor and supporter of the ABC Youth Foundation, and where she's also a project manager there as well. And this foundation is really a staple in the San Diego community in helping inner city youth and getting them to really redirect their lives through sports and motivation and discipline. And so as we open up this conversation, I just want to say I am so glad that our paths crossed that evening. And I'm so glad to have you on the platform right now to share your incredible story, Francesca. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, that night was unforgettable. I remember everything. Yeah, it was a great night. Thank you for participate and to donate to ABC. Is a great foundation. I started to work with them more than 1 year ago. I work as a volunteers at first, helping them, with everything because they are always in need of support. And I was teaching to the kids boxing and help them with homework and organizing their events with boxing and support them with everything they will needed, especially during the Christmas time with the big party. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. And I packed at least 100 or so presents for them. So it was a really, really huge work. But it's a blessing, it's a lot of satisfaction and makes me happy to help others. So the more I support people in this community and people that are in needs, the more I can grow, I can learn, and I can make also my life better, So I'm keeping doing this. Even after my accident, where I will talk about in a little bit, I'm still here. And yes.
Yes, you are definitely still here. And not only are you still here, I'm just going to go right into it. So
Mhm.
Francesca obviously she is fitness. When I tell you, as you can see, she is very beautiful. She rides motorcycles, she boxes, she does everything. And when I tell you a modern day beautiful woman, this is her in the making. I have to tell you, even after we made our first contact when we were at the main event, I started following you on social media. And, I'm all trying to embody, as I'm knocking on 50, this new journey into being a healthier person. And the content that you put out on a daily basis is not only so motivational, but even more than that, you have other layers and components into that. And it's not only about getting physically fit, but it's about getting mentally fit. And I feel like, in the past, people have been so scared to put emphasis on making sure that you have that fitness up here as well as, your physical fitness. And I love how you bring it all together through all of your motivational content. And I see you. I mean, I can't wait to get into the gym and start boxing because I know that this is a complete and total, fitness journey that I'm on right now. But I see you having fun and you make fitness look fun. And for someone like me, that even though I was in the military many moons ago, when you're trying to re-enter into this realm of getting physically fit, it can be quite intimidating, but you make it look very exciting and a lot of fun. And you're so motivating when you do it. So please tell me like what that's like when you see someone like myself that's coming in and they're trying to get physically fit again, and how you tap into getting them motivated about getting back in and getting their health in order.
Yes, well, I will start to say that sports has been my whole life, my passions since I was a kid. I started to ride horses, and then I came into this sport, is kickboxing and boxing, that helped me a lot in my life, because not only physically but especially mentally, because you have to defend yourself, you have to be able to protect yourself, and is a lot of work, is a lot of commitment and sacrifice of your life. And during my journey, I also like broke my nose and I broke my knee. I had several surgery. I passed through so much that make me stronger and stronger every time and every day. And this strong passion that I have with sports, I always tried, let's say, try to share and communicate with others, with especially with my clients and with my classes, and now working with ABC with the kids. Because the number one rules with kickboxing is and boxing as well is respect. Respect your opponent, respect yourself, your body, and have the determination to never give up. And because if you give up, you cannot stand up again. And so this is applied not always in sports, but also in life. And this is what motivated me, especially now, to keep going and to stay strong, and especially mentally, because I don't want to stop now. I don't want to give up on myself. I still here. I have my whole life in front of me. I have so many dreams and goals to achieve. So there is no time to be depressed or to give up, and there is a lot that I want to learn, many skills that I want to practice, and sharing my knowledge with others is always been the main things of my life. I really love to teach, maybe because I come from a family with both of my parents, they are teachers in the school, and it's in my blood. And every time that I learned something, I had to share with somebody, I had to teach them, and I want to correct them, and I want to make them feel better. So especially with my friends. And since I'm here on in San Diego, I also organize some donation classes. So I don't really always care about money, but it's more like support the community and help others. It's always been very easy for me. So I think this is my main purpose.
I love that you said that. And the reason being is, I always feel like, we say it starts at home. And so, like you mentioned, that both of your parents were teachers, and it's something that you probably have embodied your whole life. And I know that even with teaching, you have to find some sort of connection to those that you are trying to teach a new, whether it's a life skill or a new concept, whatever it is. I want to segue into, I know already people have heard a lot about being strong and tenacious. And, we know a little bit about your background as far as kickboxing and working with ABC. I have to tell you this, how I learned, and I'll let you talk more and expand upon it, but about your accident that you had this past year. And I was shocked because, I follow you, and, like when you get feeds in Instagram or Facebook and things like that, you'll see, and I'll never forget, I was sitting and getting ready for work, and Fox 5 came on here in San Diego. It's our local, not radio station, sorry,
Yeah.
television station. And they were talking about our community heroes. And I see you, and I'm doing my makeup and stuff, and I go back in and I'm like, what? And that's when I found out about your accident. And I was taken back. I sat down, and the crazy thing about it, as hard as that hit me, I still saw that same lady that I met back in October with this fiery, tenacious spirit that was wanting to share that this tragic thing happened, but it's not a tragedy because you're using it to continue to motivate. So if you wouldn't mind sharing about that day and all of the decisions that you've had to make since then from this accident that happened.
Yes, I like what you say. I'm exactly the same person, and that's crazy. It's very natural for me, but I also learned a lot and I changed from this accident. I had an accident now about 5 months ago here in San Diego downtown. I was driving my motorcycle to come back home from work, and I was actually working at ABC in downtown, teaching the kids. Every other Saturday at ABC, we have a special class, a couple hours of boxing, and I was, the main coach, teaching them about life and about sports. So, and how to defend themselves, but also how to use the energy that they have to protect themselves. And it's a huge project. It's amazing. I always loved it. So I was driving back, and I was on the main street, a lady from the left hit me with the car. I couldn't see her because Market Street, is a little bit like, it's not a flat street, it's a lot of up and downs, and it's difficult sometimes to have a good visibility. And this woman that I know later with the police report, she's very old, she's 80, and she's in retirement, and so she probably couldn't see me, and it was a T-bone accident.
Ooh.
So she literally drove in my left leg, broken the femur in two parts, and the foot was smashed between my bike and the car. And basically what the doctor said later to me, there were so many bones, broken bones, that was impossible to to make it back.
Right.
And to replace it and to do a work was completely impossible. And the medical part was that I was still able to move my toes. I don't know how, there was still circulation or something, I don't know, but the bones, they were gone. And so the first day, they immediately operated my legs. Fortunately, they did a great job. They saved my leg. I have a titanium stick in my leg with a bunch of screws. I have a bionic leg now. And 3 days later, I had to amputate my foot. They gave me a couple days to think about it. I have to call my parents and to talk with my friends, to have different opinions also. Was a very hard decisions, but also was the right decision, because I also saw the picture. I saw myself during the accident for a little bit because I was in a lot of pain. But surprised me, I never passed it out. I had
Wow.
people talk to me, ask me questions, maybe because I had so much adrenaline, or I have no idea, but I was there asking, reply to answer to the questions. And I asked to call Terence for me because I know he's always there for me.
Right.
He's the CEO of the ABC, so everybody can know he's my good friends. And he fortunately picked the call, and he was already at the hospital when I woke up after my first surgery. So I was like, yes, I'm not alone. I never been alone, and I am super glad about that. I had a very good community. You know, when you help your community, you also have they also have your back every
Oh,
time,
yeah.
anytime. So that's the amazing things. And also, I had 3 fractures on my spine, on the thoracic side of my spine, which
Wow.
they collapsed. Fortunately, it wasn't very, very severe fracture. They just collapsed it a little bit. So I had to wear the brace for a couple months and keep my back straight. And now I'm into the physiotherapy. I actually started the physiotherapy at the 5th days into the hospital, because I was so tired to stay on the bed, not moving at all. And like, even I couldn't even go to the bathroom. I was completely blocked and in pain. They had to block my nerve. I had like the nerve block that
Right.
was blocking my nerve to don't feel pain on the leg. And everything went well. I was at the UCSD hospital in Hillcrest. They are great. They have a great traumatic team. And after 10 days, I was pain-free. I start
Wow.
basically to exercise every day at the hospital. I was pain-free, and I asked to let me go home. My parents came from Rome here to visit me and to help me. So I was able to go home and to recover. And slowly, I got back from almost everything. I start to move better and better. I could lift my leg. I could do some free body exercises. And then I start physiotherapy. I start the real physiotherapy with 2 amazing PT. One is taking care of my leg. We're doing specific exercises for my leg. And another one is taking care of my back, because after the fracture, with a brace for a couple months, I lost completely all the muscles and the mobility of my back, and sleeping was painful. Every time I had to move in a bed, and it was really, really painful. So now I feel better. I'm getting really, really better. I'm exercising in the gym every day, as you can see on
I
my
see that.
Instagram.
And you know what? Let me tell you this part. As a person who has not experienced that sort of trauma to their body, let alone lost an extremity on their body, I look at you and knowing that this accident only happened about 5 months ago, and seeing you go full throttle in the gym and handling, like you're handling your business, it's amazing. And it
Yeah.
motivates me because I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. And you, like I said in the beginning of this, you are the epitome of motivation. Just to know that right after that, you were like, I'm getting right back on and I'm doing the things that make me feel good and also helping others. Because even through this journey of yours, you're helping so many, and I know you're helping me, that's for sure. And I've seen just the interactions on social media, and people are just like, OMG, she is simply amazing. And I just have to put this caveat out there too. You look good doing it. You are absolutely stunning. I mean, you have some amazing photo shoots that have taken place. And I love that you make being an amputee sexy. Okay. You do that.
Exactly. This is another good point, because I don't want to feel, and I don't want to that other people in my same situation feel bad by themselves, feel bad with their body, or sad or depressed with their body, because nothing really changed. We are the same persons, and we are beautiful as we are. Is that was not my fault to have this accident. And yes, I lost a limb, but I want to still share the word that we can be beautiful. We can still achieve our dreams. I've always loved to modeling and to be a model. Um, and as right now, nowadays, more than ever, there are a lot of disability models with disability, and either if they have an accident or they burn like that. So that's amazing. They inspire me. And also during my journey, I'm receiving so many messages about either from people that they need help from me and that I'm inspired them, and also from people that just simply want to say thank you to me, and that I am amazing, and that I'm very a warrior, and I'm powerful. So this makes me happy in the first place, and then way more motivated to keep going for myself, but also to help others. So I think it's important to this strong community that we are, we have to support each other.
You're absolutely correct.
And this accident in somehow on one hand could be bad, could be very, very, impactful. And some people, when they knew that, they were scared, they were sad for me. And I was always with a smile on my face, trying to protect them, because I was fine and I was still here. And now I have even more stronger purpose, to stay here and to help. And I really love, to talk about my story and to motivate people, to give an hope and chance to people that they can't see that. Some people, they cannot see themselves. They cannot see what's huge and amazing opportunities these accidents can give to them, because they're giving to me as well. I'm growing so much. I am a better person, and I'm learning to be patient, which was very difficult for me. And so I don't think my life is over. I don't think I lost anything. I think I gained so much more. And I want to share with people, and I want to tell them, like, look at me, I'm doing this and that. I'm still achieving my goals and my dreams, and I want to do more. Nothing can stop me, because I have in the bottom of my heart, I respect me. I love me and I respect me, and I can't see a life without me be able to do this and that. I don't want to disrespect my life. It's so important and it's so beautiful. And because I'm still here, I cannot waste any second.
That is, to me, one of the most powerful things that you can say. One of the things that I always say, and it's even a part of my tagline, I say all about the experiences, living without limits, and you embody that. Like this, most people may look at it and be like, oh my goodness, she's lost a limb, this is over. And you're like, no, because not only has this open new doors, but it's also the work that you are already doing is allowing you to touch even more people. And I see it every day. I go to her page every single day to get my dose of motivation. And again, like when I see you on our local news stations and I hear people talking about your story, I know how impactful it is and I know how you show up. I had the pleasure of meeting you last year, and immediately we started following each other on social media. And even before your accident, you were motivating me. And this is really kicking me into high gear to say, Cheryl, you need to do what you need to do to get yourself healthy and to get out there and move. And if my friend Francesca can get out here after losing a limb and still do what she needs to do, and as well as motivating others, there's no reason why I can't. And I can't thank you enough for that. And I told you before we got on that I was going to share something with you, because I feel like it's one thing to tell people when you see them and, we'll see each other in passing, or we'll make comments on Instagram or social media or whatever the case may be. But I really feel, and I deem it very important to let people know how they make you feel, how they show up in your lives while they're here. And you had something that could have very well taken you away from all of us, and you survived that. It doesn't sound like you hold a grudge towards this woman who caused the accident and caused you to lose your limb, and you still have compassion for her. And I look at that and it makes me feel nothing but love and respect and warmth inside, because I recognize that this is no easy feat. And I know that you may have days that are definitely more challenging than others. But when I look at just your positivity and how you're showing up, it motivates me. And how it motivates me is I got some pretty sobering news about my own health journey. And it was during this process of watching you. And you know how you start off with saying, like, you can get in that point where you feel depressed and you want to give up, and it's not something, that you want to fully embrace and be like, okay, I'm all about the experiences, I'm getting back out here again. But I look at you, Francesca, and I see every day you're posting new content, and whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you're posting it. You're just like, this is my journey. And because of you doing that, not only did it motivate me, but it caused me to make a very, very well thought out decision about getting my life together. When I say that, it's about, if your physical health is not there, then what everything else starts to deteriorate around you. It doesn't mean that you can't keep going, but I'm still a young woman. And I said I'm knocking on 50. But what you encourage me to do is to mix it up, try new things to motivate myself in getting that physical fitness. But I also want to touch on this, is that mental wellness and checking in with yourself and leaning into your life coach and having, like I think what you said just moments ago, is having a foundation and a support system that's in place. And by you emulating that through showing your journey in this process, I know the impact you've had on my life. But girlfriend, you've had an impact on everyone around you. And you're still there helping the youth. You're helping others that come and see you as their personal trainer and their life coach. And I just want to give you your flowers today and right now and say, thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your journey, because it's impactful and it makes a difference. So just know that.
Thank you very much. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Really, thank you, because I know there are so many people that they need to hear that and to see. This is why I'm posting a lot, and I'm trying to be as clean and honest as possible, even sometimes when I have bad days, because I'm dealing with a lot and it's very difficult to learn for me. This new journey every day is different. But I also learn surfing, because sometimes I'm enjoying different activity. I'm still trying to figure out which sport I would like to practice now that I am different. That I am different and I have different and needs. That during my surfing class, I figure also talking with other people with a disability that when you surf, the waves every day are different. You cannot expect the weather is the same. It might be raining, the waves, it might be like the ocean could be stronger, can be devastating, and sometimes are smooth and nice, and you do better. So it's the same things for our life. Every day is different, and we can control that, but we can control our mood and how we react to the challenges that life gave us every day. So it's always up to us. So, and if you are positive, obviously we all have up and down. I have up and downs myself. It's totally normal. Now we're talking more about, how life can challenge ourselves, but the reaction that we have, the mood, the spirit, and again, the love that we put in everything we do is so important, because if we have good energy, even on the bad days, if we try to force ourselves to smile, to be happy, it will attract more opportunity, more good energy, good people that they're gonna be there for us. And it's the law of attraction. There is no other way. I truly believe that, and I'm very faithful. I go to church every Sunday, so it's
Amen.
also that I never lost the faith. I don't think it's God or Jesus' fault about what happened to me. Everything is already made it for me. Everything is already, my future is already written. So I have faith for me every day. And so I want to try to communicate this with others. And because, again, there are people that are texting me. Even last night, there is a young girl that had an accident because of the drunk driver. And she's pretty bad. And I'm trying to give her tips and new opportunity to see life and to see her day and her journey in different way. And also, I think it's important now, because as a coach, I was a coach before, a life coach, a trainer, you always teach to your clients and to your people, saying, do this and that because it's beneficial for you. And you try, to give them a type of body that they want, prescribe a diet, try to make them happy. But it's easy to say, do this and that, and maybe your behavior is different, right? So now I am proving that even if I was stronger before, I'm still that strong. It wasn't just because I was normal able. I'm really strong because I know myself. I know my energy, my strength, and my power. And this is it's not changing. And sometimes people, they talk, but then the facts that they show are completely different, and you don't really want to trust them.
Right.
But now I'm saying, yeah, that's my opportunity. Everybody can see that I was right and I was saying the truth, and you can really trust me and follow me with everything, because I'm here for help. So yeah, that's amazing. I think it's a great opportunity to say, yeah,
You walk the walk and you talk the talk, girlfriend. You really do. You are the epitome of saying, I said it and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I want to say something because I read this in your bio. Tell me what your motto is. When you were saying that you live without limitations. I love that.
In my new model, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, limitation, because everybody say living without limitation, right? And a limitation is anything for anybody. But now that I am disabled and I'm talking to disabled people also, I will say limitation, because even if we lost a limb, we are still strong and warrior, and we can be, you know, we can be everything, and we can do everything, literally do everything. I start to do basketball on the wheelchair. I can do literally everything. And the technology now is so amazing. They are making so new and very good, either quality than, you know, functional prosthetic for makes our life better. So there is literally no limitation even for the technology and for the physicians and the physiotherapists that help us every day, and with new, you know, ideas and everything now in 2000, almost we are in 2024, it is amazing. There is nothing, literally nothing that we cannot do. Even go on the water, they're making prosthetic, they're resistant to the waters and to salt, and so you can go on the beach. You can really is extraordinary, like you can do everything. So especially for who lost an arm or the hands, the technology is even better. They can move their fingers and move their wrists. Is something is really amazing. And so my new motto is this: living without limitation. And yeah,
I
I
love
have
that.
my own, you know, I have my own business, and I'm trying to do that for my business as well.
I absolutely love that, and I love how multifaceted this new journey is. And I wanted to ask you this because I mean, we're both beautiful ladies, and I love looking at your photos and your videos before, but even more so now. And I know this may sound crazy, but I feel like even when you have, I think there was a video you posted or a story today where you had your prosthetic and you were like, it's hanging out with the chicken. And I was just like in the kitchen and I was just like, your sense of humor is infectious. You've taken something which would ordinarily be daunting to someone and you put a new spin on it. You give it life in a sense that, you know what, this is just one step in my journey, and you can still laugh, you can still have a great time. And again, look good, girl. You look amazing. And I mean, you are a beautiful lady. And I feel like having this, like even with your prosthetic, and I saw some photos, and I will be sharing these photos and inserting them into the video. But let me tell you, I was just like, you make having this what some would deem a challenge, but your prosthetics very sexy. And I have seen some of the comments that you get on your social media, and I'm telling you, you have opened new doors for people that have faced the same challenges. And I have to thank you for that too. It's amazing. I've had family members that have lost limbs, mainly in the military due to war and things like that. But this is a different realm to be in, and you're normalizing being different. And I love that. And thank you for that. Thank you for putting a new beautiful face to being different. And it's wonderful to embrace that. I do want to make mention, because I know that you do a lot of work with CAF, and I would love for you to share a little bit about what that is and how we can support you as your community, whether it be financial, physical, whatever it is. Let us know how we can support and help.
Yes, so I recently joined the Challenge Athlete Foundation, which I have a fundraise open on the them website and on my social media as well. There is a link. So everybody that can follow me then on my social media, they can see the link. And they can also check it out, my bio that I have on Challenge Athletes Foundation. They're a great community, and I love that. I love to be part of that community because they support people with disability every day, either with grants or with different events, free sports, because again, I am trying different sport and for free. I'm not paying anything. So this is a great really support and opportunity for all people like me. So yes, the main support is obviously monetary support because I'm not working, and I will have to spend a lot of money for the rest of my life. This equipment is great, but it's also very expensive, and there are different prosthetic that I have to purchase one day. I'm still with my prototype. Unfortunately, it's not my final prosthetic because I have a foot, but the socket, which is the cap where I put my leg, is 5,000 expensive every time that I have to change that.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, and I believe I had to change that. This is what the doctor says for 1 more year because the legs is changing the size every time, and I'm
Okay.
shrinking down, especially because I had 2 surgeries on the same leg, so it was really swollen, and now slowly it start to become small. I still have my calf, but that calf now is useful because it's not attached to the ankle anymore. Even if I'm stubborn and I'm still working on that because I don't trust that. I really, I would like to have my muscle anyway, but it will become very small.
Okay.
And so the more small it will be the leg, then I had to change the size of the socket. And unfortunately,
Mm.
it costs 5,000 every time. And then obviously change the different attachment depending on the activity and the sport that I want to do. Because, God make us an amazing machine, amazing body. We don't have to change. So our foot and our ankle can do everything. But now that I have a prosthetic, unfortunately, I have to change the equipment for the different activities. So only just for walking and running are two different. So, and it's the
Okay.
basic prosthetic that I can have. So now I'm asking the grants to the Challenge Athletes Foundation. There is some paper that and documents that I have to send them, and then they will let me know if they can give me the grants, because there are many people that are applying for have a grants, so hopefully they can give me this opportunity. And so yes, for now we be just like that. And I always appreciate any type of love, even if you guys can stop by my place and say hi or support me with anything.
Yes.
I will love that. I will love that. When they give you flowers every day,
Yeah.
flowers at the beginning when you're on the hospital, I would like to have flowers and plants,
Yes.
some extra love.
I love that. And you know what? Thank you for saying that too. I think a lot of people don't understand. A lot of times, the first initial thing I know, even when I lost my mom, people were there and they were bringing food and well wishes and the hugs, but that soon starts to dissipate. And I'm just like, it's in those moments where I feel the lowest that I'm like, oh, I could use some of that right now. So thank you for that transparency and saying that as
Exactly.
well, because I get that wholeheartedly, and it means
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, also
You
I would say, sorry if I interrupt you, but also I
No,
would
you're
say,
fine.
because people, they think that you need a lot of help at the beginning because the tragedies is just happening, the accident just happening.
Right.
But even now, well, first of all, it's been only 5 months. Even if I'm strong and I am determined to be independent, I'm not 100% independent yet, and I will probably never be, because I will need the crutches and the wheelchair for the rest of my life. They think that, okay, now you have the prosthetic, you can do everything. No, it's not exactly like that. And most of my morning, I have my crutches. I don't use the prosthetic because it's not like having a real foot. It's annoying, it's hard, is
Right.
your leg, change the sides because sometimes it's hot and it's swollen. So
Mm.
we always need emotional support and physical support. Even if you are the stronger person in the world, it's not easy. The life changes, and yes, it's not only the beginning. They think that you don't need anything else and you have to be independent. I don't have to be independent. I'm still a human. I'm still can ask help.
Mhm.
And so I would like to say that even to all the other peoples that they might need help, please ask, because it's not a shame.
Right.
You need to ask.
Yes. I love that. Thank you for saying that, because I think much like what you just said, people think like, oh, okay, well, she's good now and she's strong. But I always say, check on your strong friends. And I'm one of those strong friends. So check on me and check on Francesca and just send her, I don't care what it is, if it's a note on Instagram. In fact, let them know where they can find you on your social media.
Yes, so they can find me on Instagram like Miss underscore Italia underscore 31. Even if I don't have 31, but for now, only for the social media. I also open a YouTube channel where I'm sharing everything, even good information about living in the USA and my accident and the cost of the prosthetic, or any suggestion and advices for people that they start them journeys as me. And as I'm learning, I'm sharing what I know. So people can see and figure it out what they want to do. And my name on YouTube is Amputee Queen.
Unfooted Queen. Okay.
Yes. And
I will be sure to tag all of that information on all social media platforms where you'll find this podcast as well as the video. You can rest assured all of this will be tagged.
yes, and obviously on my Instagram, once people can follow me on my Instagram, I have so many links on LinkedIn. There is also my website, francescapt.com, and all the other information. There is a link for donate if you want to donate, and anything, my interview, my videos, anything I can do to help and support each other will be over there.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up, I'm so glad that you made mention to that. Again, everything will be linked. And I challenge everyone that's viewing this video or listening to the podcast to go to Francesca's social media, click on those links, and lend support. And even if you don't have the financial means to do so, send a message of well wishes. Let her know that you see her, you hear her, and find out other ways that you can help. There are so many things that we can do to assist and support. And I feel like Francesca being so transparent in sharing her journey and her story is motivation, not only for every one of us, but it definitely has motivated me. And you can count on me lending that support. And I look forward to our friendship continuing to grow. I mean, I met you before the accident and I was completely enamored and really drawn to you by just your motivational spirit. And let me just tell you this, you're an amazing event planner, and that's what I do for a living. So yes, kudos to you in that arena as well.
Thank
But
you.
also just being who you are, Francesca, it makes a huge difference. I do want to give you the floor if you want to give any shout outs or have any final words that you would like to share with the All About the Experiences, Living Without Limits listeners and viewers.
Yeah, I would like to add some things about if someone wants to help, not financially, and is okay. I'm really look forward to go up on the stage. If somebody is that can give me this opportunity and then is listening to this podcast, I am looking to talk on a stage and share my story and motivate people in front, and a big crowd. And this is what I would like to do for my future. So if somebody is listening to us and can give me this opportunity, would be great. And thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for inviting me. You are a great woman as well. I follow your journey every day. You're doing so much. You're always traveling around and
Yes.
do so much. the community and your podcast. You are a
Thank you.
superwoman as well. I don't know how can you do all that. And
Well,
I feel like women are way more stronger than the men is incredible. I don't know how can we do that, but we have a lot of energy. And so
yes.
thank you again. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to connect with you. I definitely learned new things about you. And I also recognize that, you know what, in our vulnerability, there is nothing but grace and power. And you are the embodiment of both of those things. And so I continue to support and will follow. And in those times, and I'm just going to extend this to you, when you might be having one of those tough days, I mean, if I haven't reached out, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. I'm nothing but a phone call away. We live in close proximity, and I would love to hang out and continue to build our friendship and support ABC and do all of the amazing things. I love surrounding myself with women who embody other women's empowerment and just really that are focused on their faith. And that is really important. And I appreciate you mentioning that as well, because I feel like on my platform, just like I know you do on yours, you can expand and expound upon things that are important to you. And it's important to have Christ in my life. And I love being around other women who find it very important as well. So before we say goodbye, I just want to thank you again for blessing this podcast and really sharing your story, motivating us. And I look forward to seeing all the things that you're going to do. And I'm just going to put it out there. I already absolutely know that you are going to be a motivational speaker that is monetized, because we're about our paper too. So I know that you're going to get that, and I'll be here
Great.
to cheer you on.
Yes, I really would like to share everything and go around the world and travel as much as you do.
Well, maybe we could
Yes,
do it together. How about that? I would absolutely love that.
yes.
Well, I
And
want to
if I
say,
can do it, everything I'm doing, again, living without limitation, there is nothing that can stop us. If I can do it, everybody can do it. The sport is a great support, great motivator, and either physically and mentally. So what I would like to say now, and for closing this amazing podcast, is that sport can help and can save life. Has saved my life. It can help so many people, because we can not be stronger physically, but also mentally, and we can, overcome different and difficult challenges as this one, either in the family or everything can happen in our life, and it can happen in 1 second. We don't know when, so we gotta be prepared.
absolutely. Nothing is promised, but there's always an opportunity. And my grandmother and my mother used to say this, with every sunrise, there's a new opportunity. And so the sun shines on you. And I'm so thankful that you have come into my life. And I look forward to following your journey, continuing our friendship, and supporting you along the way. So thank you so
So much.
much.
Thank you so much.